Hello everyone, and we're back here on OWA Aftermath. We're set to kick off our next matchup here as Dean Ambrose is set to make his debut against Sting. Now, Sting is winless here in OWA, so either one of these men will get their first win here tonight. Which one will it be? Well, we'll wait to see after entrances. And here comes Sting. Sting has had a very hard last few weeks, to say the least. He lost in his first round tournament matchup to Cesaro. He then lost to The Rock last week on Aftermath. So this is a chance for Sting to finally pick up a win here in OWA. He's going to take on the debuting Dean Ambrose. Now, don't discount Sting, even though he's gotten off to a little bit of a rough start. He's a respected competitor. In fact, he is the one who brought Dean Ambrose in to OWA. So we'll see if these men who are very familiar with each other will translate that into a good match here, and more importantly, which one of these men will be able to get the one-upsmanship on one another. We'll find out as Sting approaches the ring. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the men in the ring, and we're set to take bout. We're kind of cutting into the middle of this matchup here, but nonetheless, Sting and Dean Ambrose. We had some technical difficulties as to why we're kind of cutting in a little bit, but both of these men really just started the match, so you didn't miss too much here. Sting and Ambrose trying to pick up their first win here in OWA. Who's going to pick up the win? Dean Ambrose going for a big fisherman suplex, shades of Curtis Axel, but Sting able to fight out of it right there. And now Dean Ambrose, a big running bulldog to Sting. And which one of these men, one win can catapult your career, and we've seen it in WWE and we've seen it in other leagues. Momentum is a shaky thing. One win can catapult you and one loss can bring you down. So one of these men are looking for that win to possibly catapult them up the card. Sting with the Scorpion Death Drop. 1, 2, not quite a 2 count. Dean Ambrose showing a lot of fight, and that's what this win means to both of these men. Sting able to find the will to kick out of Dean Ambrose, finding the will to kick out of Sting's finisher there. Sting now working on the leg of Dean Ambrose, and Dean Ambrose has a very unorthodox style, whether you want to call him Dean Ambrose, John Moxley, whomever. He has a very unorthodox style. He can come at you in a multitude of ways. It honestly, he changes his fighting style depending on his opponent. Sting, he has more of an ominous presence. He tries to get inside your head, tries to play mind games, but Dean Ambrose is not one to ever back down from a challenge. I don't think those mind games are really going to work here tonight. At the conclusion of this matchup, we're going to kick off our third matchup here on OWA Aftermath, as we're going to see two men who lost in the second chance Fatal 4-Way last night square off against one another, as Christian is set to take on Shane McMahon. And also in our main event tonight, we are going to have Seth Rollins taking on the winner of that second chance Fatal 4-Way, which was Kevin Owens, and the winner will advance to the semifinals of the OWA Championship Tournament to take on Samoa Joe. And now Sting here looking for a little bit of momentum, looking to initiate his comeback. Has him in the corner. He might be looking for that vintage Stinger splash, but Dean Ambrose able to anticipate it and move out of the way. And now Sting has Dean on his shoulders, and I thought he might have been going for a flapjack, but instead just kind of lets him fall to the ground from that height, try to take the air out of Dean Ambrose, so to speak. Big elbow to the back. And now Sting is in control of this matchup. Sting now kind of like putting in a little bit of a claw hold there, trying to weaken down the shoulder of Dean Ambrose, possibly preventing from locking in the dirty deeds Sting now picking up Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose looked like he was going to Irish whip him in the quarter, but instead pulls him back for a headbutt, and that's what we were talking about, that unorthodox style right there. Dean Ambrose, speaking of dirty deeds, there it is, dirty deeds, ladies and gentlemen. There's nothing cheap about that. Here's the cover. 1, 2, 3. No, Sting able to kick out at 2.5, and Sting stays alive in this matchup. And this match has been very fast-paced, been very back and forth, been one of the better matchups we've seen since the start of OWA Aftermath. Dean Ambrose went for the elbow, Sting able to counter. Sting going for a tombstone pile driver. Vintage, or shades of Undertaker right there, but Sting has hit that in his career as well. And now Sting setting up Dean Ambrose, looking for the Scorpion Death Drop. Can Sting put Dean Ambrose away? Can he get his first win here in OWA? There it is, the Scorpion Death Drop. Hook of the leg. Here's the cover on Dean Ambrose. 1, 2, 3. No, Dean Ambrose again finds a way to kick out. And now he's trying to get the crowd behind him. This match has been back and forth. This match has been crazy. Only one of these men can walk out with the win. But you hate to see someone have to lose this kind of match. This means so much to both of these men. And we're just 2 weeks away, or a little less than 2 weeks away now, from our first ever OWA pay-per-view event, Hardcore Havoc. Of course, we'll have the finals of the OWA Championship Tournament at Hardcore Havoc, as well as a gauntlet match for the Heritage Championship, a 6-way ladder match for the Tag Team Championships, and a Fatal 4-way Hardcore match for the OWA Women's Championship. On Friday Night Fights, we revealed competitors 2 and 3 of the OWA Women's Fatal 4-way, and now the field is Sasha Banks, Dakota Kai, and Nikki Bella. We'll reveal the last participant next week on Friday Night Fights. But back to this matchup, big inverted atomic drop there. Another big inverted atomic drop. You saw Shawn Michaels hit that a lot throughout his illustrious career. And now Sting dragging Dean Ambrose to the center of the ring. Now locking in a camel clutch. Well, I thought he was going to lock in a camel clutch. Really, he just tried to drop his weight into the back, and then big knee into the head of Dean Ambrose. Sting picking up Dean Ambrose now. Dean Ambrose went to Irish whipping again, pulls him back for that headbutt. And you don't want to get too predictable in your offense here. We've seen both of these men counter each other frequently. That could be a result of them possibly running out of moves in their arsenal, but also, like I mentioned earlier in the match, these men, even though this is their first match against each other here in the OWA Square Circle, both of these men are friends. They've competed against each other for years, so they know what each other's going to do, and this is what has led to this very intriguing, fast-paced matchup. Sting went for the scoop slam out there, trying to get Dean Ambrose to his feet. Elects to pick him up instead. Looks like he was trying to finish him off right there. Dean Ambrose countered it. Dean Ambrose now, big fisherman suplex to Sting. He did not hook the leg, however, and now he might be trying to put him away with dirty deeds. Can Dean Ambrose put him away with his dirty deeds finishing maneuver? He hooks both of the arms, and there it is, the dirty deeds, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to hook the leg. Here's the cover. 1, 2, 3. No, Sting again. Both of these men, this is incredible. Both of these men just finding a way to continue, keep going, keep pushing themselves, but eventually the body is going to outweigh the spirit of the mind. The mind wants what the body can't have, and both of these men have heart, but eventually one of these men are going to get put away. It's just a matter of when and what move is going to do it. Sting rolled to the outside, got back in though, but it gave him a chance to recover. Sting drops the elbow into the back of the head, and then into the front of the head. A series of elbows right there by Sting. Sting now dragging Dean to the center of the ring, and he's looking to go to the top rope here. What is Sting going to look for here? This could be dangerous. This could backfire. Went for the elbow drop, and Dean Ambrose moved out of the way, and that's why they call it high risk. Big punch there to Sting. And now Sting pops back up to his feet immediately, and with intensity, back suplex there, just dropping Dean Ambrose onto his neck. And now Sting trying to flip over Dean Ambrose. Big leg drop to the head there. And now Sting just barking at Dean Ambrose, and you have to assume he's telling him to stay down, let me get this win. Sting very desperate to get his first win here in OWA. Dean Ambrose doesn't want to start off his debut with a loss. Both of these men leaving it out all on the line right now. Sting drops the kitchen sink. and then another elbow to Dean Ambrose. You have to think we're coming to the conclusion of this matchup. Both of these men have been going hard for a while now. Sting Irish whipping Dean Ambrose to the outside, and now Sting, I don't know what he's going to look for here. Going to try to slingshot suplex him back into the ring, and he is successful. Big suplex there to Dean Ambrose, and now Sting going to pick him up. What's he going to look for here? Dean with the counter, pulls him back into another headbutt. We've seen him do that about 2 or 3 times in this matchup now. Another counter by Sting, and Sting trying to stay in control, and then Scorpion Death Drop in the center of the ring, and this has got to do it. This has got to put Dean Ambrose away. Here's the cover. Sting looking for his first win. Is he going to get it? He's so close, but no. No, Dean Ambrose not just kicks out, he kicks out at 1, and this is unbelievable. This is incredible. I don't understand how much more these men can go, how much more their bodies can take. Sting went for a move. Dean Ambrose with the roll-up. Dean Ambrose trying to roll Sting up, pick up his first win. Is he going to do it here? 2, 3, no, Sting just barely at 2, really more like 2 3/4. And now Sting going for a roll-up, and here's the cover. 1, no, and Dean Ambrose able to kick it out again. Kick Sting again, dropping the kitchen sink, and now Sting again going back to the claw hold there, trying to weaken down Dean Ambrose, but Dean Ambrose quickly able to fight out of it. And now Dean picking up Sting. What's he going to look for here? He's looking for that fisherman suplex again, and he nails it, but again he does not hook the leg. I don't know why you would not hook the leg there. At the very least you could tire your opponent out, but now Dean stomping away, Dean picking up Sting, Dean Ambrose looking for the dirty deeds, and now it's Sting who's, no, wait, Sting was able just at the very last second to get out of the dirty deeds finishing maneuver, and now Sting, this might be the shift, this might be his opportunity. Dean Ambrose made one mistake, couldn't put him away, Scorpion Death up there by Sting. Here's the cover, hook of the leg, 1, 2, 3, and Sting with a very impressive win here on OWA Aftermath. And next up on OWA Aftermath, we're going to have Christian taking on Shane McMahon. Both of these men came up short to get back into the tournament, but one will look to right the ship and pick up a win. Who will it be? We'll find out as we await entrances coming up next. And Christian, one of OWA's cockiest superstars. He had Kevin Owens dead to rights. If you haven't seen the main event of Friday night's OWA Friday Night Fights episode 2, then you need to go back and watch it because it was an incredible match. But Christian had Kevin Owens dead to rights. He had him beat, but he got cocky. He taunted the crowd. He did not take Kevin Owens seriously, and it cost him. And really he has himself to blame. But regardless of that, Christian, who is the corporal in Revolution, will look to take on Shane McMahon here in a few moments. And here comes Shane McMahon, the WPA legend, looking for his first win in OWA. And it hasn't really been the start that Shane McMahon thought he would have, you know. He thought that he was going to come in and at least be able to go very far, if not win the whole tournament. He went out in the first round. Now he lost the second chance match. So Shane McMahon's kind of looking to regroup a little bit here. And a win over Christian would do just that, but he needs a win. Shane's sitting at 0-2. needs to try to pick up a win here on Christian on Aftermath, but almost